Okay, that was interesting. Hello, imaginary internet friends, mildkratz. We're gonna try streaming again. I don't know, I kind of missed it, I guess. This game is Rogue Legacy. It is Cellar Door Games, I think. I started a new profile, so it's kind of like Castlevania, except there's no main character. There is a series of main characters that are all like a family trying to kill all the evil that's in this castle, which is similar to Castlevania in concept, but not every hero is successful. I'm gonna watch some tutorial stuff here real quick, unfortunately, not too much. But this is presumably... Well, actually, I don't want to give away too much of this game. I think I remember some things about who this is supposed to be. It's like your original ancestor. There's some story elements involved that I don't really want to reveal, so... Yeah, anyway. I don't actually know if collecting these coins does anything right now, because you don't play as this person for more than about 5 minutes, but it's so... This game's so habit-forming in so many ways, like you're going to pick up gold coins as you go. Alright, cool. So this is kind of a weird part. Like, it's the king, can't really do anything, can't talk to him, can't get around him. He doesn't know I'm here, presumably, and now he's dead. So, cool. So we're going to go ahead and start a new legacy here. Alright, this is the first character. I guess this is the only one, besides your ancestor, you don't really pick. Kind of the gimmick of this game is you pick your heir every time you go through a new castle setting, but a lot of times they have things that are like genetically wrong with them, just kind of different. Yeah, I forgot about these paintings that come to life. A lot of these paintings are of different characters you'll meet along the way. The clown in particular is... I don't know, he's the most mysterious character in the game, I think. Hopeful, but possibly evil. He definitely doesn't have any confidence in your ability to succeed. He runs a bunch of like carnival games and stuff. Okay, there we go. Let's like reset that room real quick. Wow, a lot of projectiles going on. Actually doing pretty well, which is surprising. Normally when I turn a stream on, things go poorly. Both technically and, you know, in terms of my ability to play the game. Should probably keep an eye to make sure. Stream actually looks pretty good. I mean, this game is Super Nintendo graphics, so expect to see too many dropouts. Missed frames, that sort of thing. Oh, take no damage. Okay, so there are these fairy chests, yeah. Oh boy. Cool. Oh man. Huh, I'm extraordinarily surprised that I made it there. Give you runes. Runes are really helpful. They kind of augment the equipment you already have. Yeah, I already have the chest, so it doesn't matter if I take damage, but I also don't want to die, so, you know, still try to be a little careful. That's, I said that I'm bad at this game in the description, which isn't proving to be the case right now, but it is typically. I think that's kind of the rule of karma, of the universe, that I've somehow tricked it, saying that I am bad, so it's allowing me to be pretty okay right now. Oh, there we go. Just talk about it, then you'll die. So, perfect. Alright, cool. So this is the gimmick of this game. This guy doesn't apparently have... Okay, that's Johannes, the legendary knight. It's the tutorial knight, the guy from the beginning of the game. Sir Lee, the stout knight. Nothing particular about him. This is where we start seeing our choices here. You get a choice between 3 different knights. Lady Sonia, who has peripheral arterial disease or no foot pulls. Not sure how that affects the game. If that means she can like walk on spikes or something. These usually mean something. Stereo Blind's kind of a funny one, and you might see it if I end up picking this person. She's just standard hero though. This is a mage, spellcaster. No particular traits. Probably end up going with this one. I really like the barbarians. They just have extra health and stuff. They're really good. Beginning of the game characters particularly. Alright, cool. So as you level up, you get different things. Just unlock the smithy. Obviously, I can buy armor from him. Still have a decent amount of gold. I'm going to buy a couple of health upgrades here. And I can upgrade the knight to the paladin, who can use his, actually hold out his shield to block damage. It just takes magic to do so. Got a lot more gold than I thought I would at this point. Cool, I'm actually off to an okay start. I was playing this game a little bit the last few days. It's kind of what got me inspired to come back and play it. If you can help me, I used to be the greatest blacksmith in all the lands, but one day monsters of this castle attacked my smithy and stole all my blueprints. Without those blueprints, I can only make cutlery and stuff. Please bring back any blueprints you find and I can build the most amazing equipment ever. Ever. Okay, cool. At a price, of course. Alright. So, he can already make some things, though. Just not to his satisfaction. I don't know if he must start with these 3 blueprints, because I don't remember picking up any blueprints in the castle. One must pay the toll. Yeah, so every time you want to go into the castle, you have to give Sharon, I don't know, all of your money. Let's go with Sharon. Sharon. Screw it, let's just call him Sharon. Probably the most like inexplicable character, other than like they need a mechanic for you to not have any money. This is a really uncool first room to this castle. Okay, I can't stand the bookshelf. Right, that was the first room, right? Jeez. Yeah, I mean, okay, so the castle always randomly generates unless you pay... what is it? The architect is a person who can stop the castle from random. I'm just gonna run through here because I'm not paying any attention. Cool, didn't die. This is not gonna be a good run. Unless I start just coming upon a bunch of health items or something. Cool, so this castle's had a lot of stuff that would kill me. And not a lot of gold so far. Shoot, I can't even kill those in one hit. I think by the time I get that other sword, I will be able to. Alright, cool. Oh, jeez. Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay. Alright. Cool. Alright, see you later. I don't like the looks of that room. I do like the treasure chest, but I don't like my probability of getting there without taking a single hit. On the other hand, this would be a really embarrassing room to die in, because it shouldn't be that hard to figure out. You know what? Yeah, cool. There we go. Alright, cool. Oh, here we go. See, the statues of other Castlevania conventions, the statues and different things sometimes have chicken health. Those didn't happen too. I was hopeful. It's a really uncool room because you have to keep moving, but there's also enemies that will stop you from moving, so it's going to die either way. Oh well. Let's see. Okay, so all three of these are knaves, which can score critical hits but have less health. Caprolalia. Trying to think if that's. I don't know if that's how that's pronounced or not. What's his magic? Quantum translocator? Huh. Drops and teleports to your shadow. That's an interesting one. I might want to use him just because it's interesting. Oh, and he's colorblind, so the whole thing would be like monochromatic. Tunnel vision, I'm not familiar with how that affects your characters. OCD, yeah, so that's really good actually, because when you break things, it just gives you like 1 MP per thing you break, I think. No traits. I'm going to try Sir Cowan the Knave. So firstly, I want to see what the quantum translocator is about. I'm going to buy one of these just because I think it opens up some stuff. Yeah. Don't really need the architect yet. Yeah, I'll buy 1 mana up, I guess. The Enchantress is helpful. She allows you to use the runes you get. Runes. Yeah, so you can see the knave has a pretty decent chance, until I start talking about it, of getting a critical hit. But they do get criticals more commonly than others. Alright, here you go, Sharon. Yeah. Okay, so a few things that have changed since I've been streaming previously. My nice chair broke, so that's why I'm sitting in this one that probably makes me look... I guess I don't seem like I'm too short, but I'm definitely pointing the camera down a lot more than I normally do. Just because otherwise I'd look like I'm about 10 years old. Well, I'd look like a really old 10-year-old, I guess. It's more accurate. What else? Oh. And my computer keeps trying to, like, overheat and kill itself, so that's not super cool. Let's figure that out. Haven't gotten a new hat yet. Though I'm looking into it. This one's something of a trademark by this point, though, so I mean, I don't know. I'll have to keep it forever. Remember, like, these died last time, but you can't kill them. Kill them with magic. Oh yeah, I'm gonna try and use this. Oh, weird. Oh, okay, so that sets my shadow. That teleports me to it. That's really cool, actually. Alright. Makes things like this a little bit easier. Okay. This game at the beginning is stupidly hard just because your heroes are so frail and like you're so dependent on just getting lucky with getting some gold. If it doesn't happen, then you're just kind of, I don't know. You remember things with extreme, oh, okay. What's that called? Weird. So, a few people out there in the world that have such good memory they can remember what they were doing at any given moment of time, like on any given day, and the ones that are completely mundane. But I'm trying to remember what that's called. I guess of my options here, I'm gonna take more carry weight. So every piece of armor that you get, the better it is, seemingly the more expensive it is. or sorry, the heavier it is, and obviously it's more expensive, but you need to have a much higher carrying weight than you start at the game with, so that's what that is, the ability to wear heavier armor. Man, this is a great room full of nothing but enemies and no gold. There we go. Like, I don't think I've opened a treasure chest yet. Alright, whatever. I mean, to my knowledge, everything in this game is basically completely random, so up to and including the number of enemies in a room and, like, which type of enemies. This seems to be pretty front-loaded with enemies so far. Jeez. I mean, not all the way bad, because most enemies do have gold when they die, but I'm just now up to 140 gold. That's something I could get out of one chest. Forgot. Okay, so some magic goes through walls and some magic doesn't, so you just have to basically remember, like, oh, ice goes through walls but fire doesn't. Obviously the different mages cast different elements based on what they're wearing. Like the blue ones cast ice, red fire, that sort of thing. Green does some kind of like earth magic, I think. You don't see those until later on. And YouTube's a weird thing. Got like 104 subscribers, but you can be playing a game during sort of prime time and not even have anyone to talk to. It's fine. Talk to myself. So I'm pretty sure this is like a boss. It's one of those giant like flying statue things. If I attack it, it'll come to life. But I don't want to do that even a little, so I'm just gonna avoid that. Also, I was leaving, I guess going this way will probably show you too. Probably the next screen over. There's different, oh, okay, never mind. There's different areas, kind of like biomes to the world, and this one's Castle, what did it say, Hansen, something like that. But yeah, if you go too far, you go into forest, Abkhazia, sure. Saw that coming. Okay. Oh, the more advanced fire goes through too. Jeez. Cool. Killed like a bunch of enemies and didn't get hardly any treasure. Oh, here's one I'm familiar with. Baldness. Some of you will say I'm familiar with the other, I guess. I didn't see what her other trait was. She is gay and bald. Otherwise, what am I trying to say? Unspectacular. Pretty ordinary. Alright, and then there's the gay lady mage. Let's see here. I don't know, I guess Lady Teresa. And I thought, I was like, bald, what does that matter? She's wearing a helmet, but if you notice, it's kind of funny, like all of these have plumes on their helmets, and the bald characters don't. Like these two are both bald. Alright. I'm just gonna unlock the architect because it unlocks other things around it. I think attack damage is one of them. Yeah. Which I'd love to get more attack damage, but I don't have the gold for it now. I guess I'll unlock the enchantress too. Alright, cool. What is today, Tuesday? Yeah, the sun's right. And I have no sense of time right now. I'm currently, for the most part, I'm effectively in between employment opportunities, so I get my days a little confused. A lot of the reason I'm not streaming as much too, or fixing any of the problems with my stream. So you keep breaking things and not having money, and those are a bad combination of things to do. Oh jeez. No thank you. Oh, actually, you know what? Might be able to do that. Okay, I landed in the bookcase and took damage immediately. I didn't even think about that. Cool. Like, look at this room. There's a chest up there, which, I don't know. There's, I'm sure, a way to get through there. Like those are maybe fake walls or something. And there's definitely a way to get to that chest, but not one that I'm familiar with. But just like, look how many enemies they put up there just to completely screw with me. Oh, you know what? To get up there, first of all, I probably have to be a dwarf, which is one of the things your characters can be. And probably have to have the dash ability so I can like dash through when I'm up there. You can definitely tell there's a difference between the colors of wall right there. I almost pointed at my screen to like illustrate to you guys, but that's not how screen capture works. There's a difference in that pillar over there. Alright, cool. I'm making some decent gold this run now. Run at least. I'm not like super dead yet, which is good. Hey, look at that. See, that's my first bag of 100 gold, which are not uncommon to get out of chests. It's also my first opportunity at even getting a chest. Just trying to make it extra perilous. There we go. Look at that. This might actually be a run worth doing now. Oh, jeez. Okay. What's the point of these rooms? It's so stupid. Alright. Okay, so that's the first boss, which kind of presents the point of like, okay, so I'm not going to beat the boss with this character, almost certainly, but I guess what's cool is that the architect, which I unlocked, allows me to like keep the castle exactly the way it is right now. So if I came back, I could fight the boss over and over again. I'm just gonna go try to fight the boss real quick. I'm not going to win, so I don't have anywhere near the health I need. But this is a decent character to at least try fighting with, because I can throw those things around. Oh jeez. Yeah, I was about to say, I have about 1 to 2 hits I can take before I'm dead. Yeah. Another cool feature of this game, when your character, your most recent character dies, they make kind of like a trading card or something. Like there's your Pokemon card, or equipment enhancements, stats. They don't say how many people you killed or anything. Paladin, a knave, ooh, a dwarf barbarian is nearsighted. Alright, this is going to be the one I'm going with, again, because I like the barbarians. I need the extra health at this point, but dwarfism is kind of something that uniquely affects this game, and it's in a pretty obvious way. Let's do one of those. You know, I'm going to save some money for some equipment too. There we go. So this guy's got at least some kind of chance, actually. the dash I was talking about is like a rune. Runes allow you to do special things like double jumps, or the dash is like it just moves you quickly left or right, even in the air. Not sure what people's level of familiarity is with this game, and I'm assuming some people check out my channel just to say hey. So, just explaining things about the game as I go. Jeez. Wait a minute. Does my dwarfism make everything else smaller too? Because it'd be kind of funny. It seems like that's smaller, maybe. Maybe I'm just losing my mind. No, yeah, these things are all the same size, right? Because you also have, it's possible to have heroes with gigantism, which is like the opposite. They're big. It doesn't make everything big, I don't think. When the paintings wiggle like that a little bit, that's when you can tell they're the enemies. I don't even know if you actually have to fight them, in truth, but I'm just gonna use some items before people tell me that I need to use my items more. Alright, that was stupid. Something I think is kind of annoying about this game in some ways, like just intersecting with enemies hurts you no matter what. Like that guy didn't even attack me and I just died because I was like standing next to him. That's a pretty like common old platforming convention though, so I guess I shouldn't moan about it. Let's see. I don't think I've ever played with a hypochondriac before, so I'm going to see what that's like. And I haven't played it with a mage on this run through, so I can show you what that's all about. I guess we'll do extra health. I was hoping to get extra attack up, but I was 5 gold short, of course. Yeah, so everyone in your legacy still gets all of your armor and things, so like equipment upgrades are persistent, which is cool. I should probably be reading some of this instead of just going through it. The architect, yeah, like I was saying, he can maintain the shape of the current castle, like, so it isn't just random when you go in, but then you only take 60% of any of the gold that you get going through it. And then, like, all the chests are still open to things anyway, so it's just, it'll limit your ability to make money. But it's really good if you're trying to fight the, like, you know, fight and kill a specific boss. Okay, so hypochondriacs just lie about how much damage they take, which is kind of funny. Just like I don't know if that's what classifiably a hypochondria is. I associate it mostly as like people constantly thinking they're sick. I don't know that it's like, I would think that would be more of a dramatic kind of thing than hypochondria. Oh, jeez. Chakra might be chakra. Sure, what is it now? It's none of that, I don't think. Whatever weapon I'm using right now. It's kind of one of my chakram, Jesus. Chakra. It's one of my favorites because of just the way it attacks. Like it goes out slowly, then like boomerangs back, hits things on the other side. It's really helpful against certain enemies. Like the first boss is really sensitive to it, basically. Oh, here's gigantism, like I was talking about. Let's see. Oh, okay. Nostalgia. I'll show you guys this one real quick. Sir Cowan the Barbarian. And Sir Cowan the Second. Your character's names start to like show up again after a period of time. You'll have the third, the fourth, whatever. Alright, I did not make a lot of gold as the mage, so... Cool, there's nothing I can buy, and probably nothing I can buy from the blacksmith either. 150... 200... the first rune might be 125? And I have dash, now 175. Dash, double jump. Oh, this one's like, yeah, the grace rune. Enemy scale lower, easier but less rewards. Multiple runes. Stack, slowing enemy scaling even more. Yeah, all the rune stacks you can have, like, if you wanted to, you could have like 5 jumps or something. Or dash like 10 times the distance of a normal person. That's why this game's frustrating though, it's like because it's so random, there are times, like, okay, I've already got 30 gold before I've even entered the first room. My last hero was only able to give me 130 in general. So, and it was super frail. I just hadn't seen Hypochondria before, that's why I wanted to use them. I think knaves have more health than mages, but not by a lot. Barbarians have a lot, you can see I have a 210. Like my standard heroes wouldn't have that much for sure. I guess you say standard heroes, but like the most common class, maybe not the most common, but the default sort of class is the knight. Well, I guess now the paladins to have it upgraded with the shield. Alright. No jumping. Alright. Interesting. So okay. Cool, so just have to guess where the chest is. Now I can kind of see it, but I don't go this way. Like I can kind of see it, but I have to still. Ah, dang it. So wait. Oh, come on. I mean, that's clever, but it's basically just like random plinko. Like, there's nothing I could do about it. I'm gonna go in these other places though and see if I can like break up any furniture for gold. Because I am poor. And in this game too. So which way was I supposed to go? Okay, so I went the right way for a while. Here, here would have gotten me all the way. Oh, looks like I could have also made it down this way too. I don't know how random this game is. Like, if I come across that fairy room again, I think it randomizes by room, so it would probably still be the same room unless they've made multiple random rooms. Preset random, which is an oxymoron. Why is he here? Oh. He's guarding a blueprint, apparently. I thought that was just a chest. It's hard to tell because I'm so nostalgic. It gives me this sepia filter. Yeah, that's the scythe. It's got a weird attack angle, or multiple attack angles that don't make a lot of sense, so it's kind of like straight ahead and at a 45-degree angle. Oh man. That's another thing, like, so that was pretty perilous to cross there. If this game wasn't built off of just randomness, it's like, oh, maybe there's something really good over here, but it's random, so it's like, it's no guarantees. I don't know if, like, magic can destroy those. Alright. Well, cool. Jeez. I'm dead. Alright, that's okay. You did a good job. Gave us a lot of money. There's some things I can probably do with that, hopefully. Oh, Alzheimer's and coprolalia. Again, I don't know if that's how that's pronounced or not. It kind of like is basically Tourette's or something. So every time he gets hit, he swears a little bit. We're gonna go with Sir Darwin though. I don't remember what Alzheimer's does specifically. I think it makes, as you go through the rooms, I think rooms behind you start to like disappear off the radar, something like that. I mean, I know what Alzheimer's is, but alright. I kind of want to upgrade the Barbarian, but I need to stick with getting more attack power. Actually, I probably should have gotten the dash rune, but that's okay. Quite certain there's nothing I can buy for 155 gold, so we'll just move right on. It's like a very traditional Castlevania room where, like, it's kind of funny. It's supposed to be generically like repetitive scrolling background. And like, it's like a Flintstones background kind of. Alright. Man, I think I need to get dash as soon as I can. You really don't know what you have with dash until it's gone. Miss it a lot. Alright, that room sucks. Let's go over here. Yeah, I don't know who's controlling those turrets, but they always turn around as soon as you're past them, which is annoying. Must be some goblin in like a control room or something. I like this game a lot, but I would say, like, the run cycle in specific is something I want to just, I don't know, it's weird looking. It strikes me as odd. It's very sort of triumphant, but it almost looks, let's just say, fascist. But it's also just really weird, like, is he pointing his toe? Him, her? It's weird. Whoops. Cast that eliminate. Alright, well I was going to show you what that does, but then I cast it unsuccessfully a number of times. That wasn't helpful. It just does damage. They run into the sword. It's pretty typical magic. As it turns out, swords hurt people. Alright, so this is an area of the castle I shouldn't even pretend to be trying to be in, but the enemies here drop a lot more treasure, so, you know, I'm enduring a certain amount of risk right now just because I want to try it. Of course, that's a mimic. Should be some. Yeah, that's not through the wall. Okay, I can hit him if I just chill here, apparently. There we go. That's probably, yeah, I can already see it shaking. I'm like, that's probably a mimic too, based on this room. Oh, great. I guess something that's nice in a morbid way is they don't give you enough time with any particular hero to like really allow you to play favorites or be rooting for anyone in particular. But also everyone's so similar that it kind of doesn't matter. You kind of forget who you're playing as. I couldn't begin to tell you this person's name at this point. Is this Sir Darwin? Yeah, it is. Okay. So I guess I lied. I do know this person. He did a lot of important things for us, though, actually, because decent amount of money. Ooh, the bald barbarian. Clumsy. Clumsy's great. It breaks all that stuff that I keep swinging at, like the tables, barrels, chairs, chandeliers, as you go through the castle. Also, oh, his name's Sir Dude. Are you kidding me? That's my dude. Barbarian, bro. Alright. I need to save at least. Alright, let's do attack up once, and then I'm going to buy the rune for my sword that allows me to dash. There we go. Much better. I'm sure you guys can immediately see how that makes all the difference. This game's super enjoyable, by the way. If you have, like, I would recommend... Oh yeah, I forgot that I'm clumsy, so I can just break stuff. But, man, it's such a joy to play on, like, a 360 controller. The controls are just super tight and fun. Yeah, so that's one way the dash is helpful. You just saw what I did there. Not that what I was doing was subtle, it's just, I think I'm a second screen experience for a lot of people. It's fine. It's like I put on Kratz because he's so boring, but like it helps me do my homework. Alright, well, it's unfortunate. The opposite of cool. I could see where clumsy would be like not helpful too if you're trying to stand at the table to avoid having spikes run through your feet or something. For the most part though, it's just like a convenience thing, I think. I don't see the need to fight those paintings back there, so I'm just not going to. Okay, take no damage. This room is gonna be stupid, but I'm gonna try. try it, I think. And see you later. Come on. Every painting can't be a stupid Doom vase. I hope I have awesome, inspiring final words like, you should practice fighting the bosses using the architect. I'm sure I'll say something regrettable. But math situation. Sir Wizerl. Lady Chun-Li the Second. Or Lady Shanoa. Alright. Going with the Barbarian again, no surprise here. That was... almost had a situation there. Like, my controller has a tendency to short, and when it does, it reconnects on a different port besides controller port 1, and then I can't use it, so that's really frustrating. But it didn't happen that time. Just very nearly. Which is good, because I don't like to swear on my channel, and that's the sort of thing that would make it happen. I like that they track your sort of supposed level. I'm about level 15, which doesn't actually mean much, other than all the enemies you'll notice have levels too. So like, all the enemies in here are level 2. So it gives you kind of an idea of if you're ready to be in this area or not. Also adds kind of like a D&D feeling aspect to the game, which is kind of fun. Random. Man, what a fun room. Whatever. So dashing is awesome, but it's as much a my own downfall. I don't want to say the downside, it's obviously an advantage. But if you use it wrong, it's not helpful. Usually the first few nights when I get dash, I'm accidentally dashing into enemies and things like that. It's like too excited to use it. See, again, the chakra room. Really helpful. Plus it makes you feel like Xenia, warrior princess, which is cool. Yeah, so like I was saying, the clumsy hero would be in trouble in this room. It's like they would have already broken this table. Alright, cool. Bookshelves. I don't think they can break bookshelves though. Bookshelves are apparently mastercraft, like made by the greatest carpenter of all time. Jesus Christ, no, I don't know. There's no real written account as to whether he was a good carpenter or not. Solid bro, right? Alright, cool. And I'm dead again. Probably gonna go through a couple more characters, and then I'll probably call this good for a little while. I might be back streaming again tonight, perhaps with someone else playing through co-op Shovel Knight. But we'll see. I don't use magic enough to be useful as a mage, I don't think. I'm gonna go with the paladin here. Alright. Let's see if I can buy some armor. Okay, that'd be really, really helpful. do here. Okay, that doesn't give me much, so I'm gonna buy the Night Helm. Capes yet either. Alright, cool. This guy's an endomorph, so he's harder to knock over. I don't know if that makes him... He looks like whiter, like a little bit broader than the rest of my heroes. I don't think he's any bigger though. Like Gigantism, you can tell the difference. They're really big in general. See, look, first room, and I already have a chest. Like through the first 2 rooms, I already have 270 gold. Like, just the way in which this game is random. It doesn't even kind of matter what heroes you have. It does if you're trying to like beat the bosses and stuff. It's helpful not to have someone who's got like vertigo or something. Vertigo we haven't seen yet, but basically it turns every room completely upside down. Like the entire castle is upside down. It's probably one of the hardest things to fight with. Alright, blueprint. Ooh. I don't know if I have any. No, I've got chest plates unlocked, right? No, I don't think I do. Okay, it's the clown guy. He's got challenges usually. Shot. If you succeed, he'll give you a very nice reward. Yeah, this one's like next to impossible. You have to hit 10 targets with 8 daggers. Or, I mean, sorry, 8 targets. That would be actually impossible. This one's just next to impossible. Well, it's being pretty nice to me right now in terms of like this one's moving pretty fast. It's also pretty close though. There we go. I mean, regardless, this guy is helpful because even if I really mess this up, there we go. I still get gold for every target I'm breaking, I believe. Yeah. Good luck with the rest of the castle. Alright, thanks, jerk. I feel like I did pretty well there. Those are kind of just fun little mini games to break things up, though. It's not always the daggers. Some that have to do with like the. I don't know if we've seen it yet. The traditional Castlevania axe that throws in like a traditional arc. That's a thing. Oops. But there's one that smashes a bunch of those targets. Take no damage. Nope, not even gonna try. Have to navigate a bunch of those spitting plant things. I don't know if we've seen or not yet. Kind of like from Super Mario Bros. 3 on the underwater levels, the plants that like spit out a bunch of fireballs. Similar to that. It's another Flintstones room. Alright. Yeah, I'm finally starting to feel like I'm hitting decently. Like, I know I've upgraded my attack power a couple times, but not too many. That was the shield. Just wanted to show you. So, I don't know how long it activates or whatever, but it costs 25 MP every time you do it. Probably, I mean, like in a pinch, it's definitely worth it, but that's what makes the paladin kind of cool. I could technically beat that challenge, but I didn't get to the chest. Which is probably the other part of the challenge. Jeez. Oh, that was dumb. Alright, I'm gonna do one more. Let's see here. I don't think I've ever done a character with glaucoma. Irritable bowel syndrome, I don't know. I don't think it actually affects anything in the game. It's just an unfortunate circumstance for that character to have. Do want to save up for that Squire thing. Take 600 gold with me and see what I can get. Alright, the chest piece is helpful. It takes my armor from 0 to 9, so that's good. Really pretty critically reduce the amount of damage I can take. Let's see if I maybe still have enough for a rune. I think all the runes are the same price based on when you buy them. It's probably... Could it be that simple? Is it just twice what you paid last time? It's like 175 to 350. I think the next one might actually be 700. Alright, Squire limbs. I might as well, because I don't have anything else to spend the money on. Cool. Starting to feel pretty powerful. Things are looking up. I haven't beaten the first boss yet, but that's okay. Probably close to the point now I could beat the first boss if I ever came across it again. Wow, this room sucks. How am I even supposed to get up there? Okay. Cool. Yeah, I don't have a double jump, so I guess I'll just kill myself. Oh, there's this little tiny ledge here. Oh, that was helpful. Oh yeah, it's the character with glaucoma, right? I guess that's why I'm getting that kind of like shadowy edges and stuff. Honestly, it just kind of looks kind of natural. It's like this place would be dark anyway. It's only lit by, I think, what are called sconces. Sounds right. Fancy medieval word. Alright, there's those typical Castlevania axes I was talking about. Their parabolic arc of destruction. All out of magic. Pretty soon I'm gonna be all out of life, so... I should be trying to get the blood sword. So there's vampirism is one of the things, like one of the effects or abilities, and it just takes life from other players, which is cool for other enemies. I mean, definitely not ready to go to the Maya. It's a really big room. I don't know what trait it is that tells me, gives me an innate sense that there's gold down here, but apparently I knew. Oh, actually, crap. Need more MP, but I could actually defeat that enemy, which would be cool. Jeez. For how rough this character's start was, I'm surprised we've actually survived this long. I was gonna say maybe this run doesn't count, but I think it's going to. Really running out of places to go, or I don't feel imminent death. Looming, let's see. Point of this. No point. Got it. Oh, thank goodness. Okay, so these wolf statues, or whatever the statues with the wolf head on them, they restore a portion of your MP and health. Let's see if I can go back and get that fairy chest now, actually. It's this way. I know it wasn't down here. Stupid. Alright, whatever. Let's go back this way. Oops, this is not where I want to be. This is the beginning of the castle. Jeez. Oh, hi, what's up? Man. I really don't like the dagger one. I feel like I'm decent at it, but like... ugh. I mean, at this point, at that speed, it's just random. I didn't even... let's put it into the wall. That's not even cool. Alright, whatever. Alright, cool. Oh. Okay. How does that work? This is stupid. Come on, man. Okay, frustrating, but that was a much better run than I was anticipating, seeing as I lost 92% of my health in the first room. Oh! Cool, it's my first time back in a while, so I don't know that anyone made it into this stream, but hopefully you can make it to the next one, future ones, whatever I want to say here. Meantime, if you're watching this afterward, thanks for doing that, that's pretty awesome. I've been mildkratz, I'll catch you next time.